Hello there and welcome to the Mindfulness Hub. I'm Asia. I'm a coach, creative arts facilitator, and mindfulness teacher. And here I share what I practice. My intention for us is to learn, practice mindfulness together, and share it with others and the world. If you're new here, welcome to the space. Do join it by subscribing if you'd like. And if you're a returning viewer or a subscriber, it's wonderful to have you here, and I immensely appreciate your presence and support. So in today's video, we'll be exploring letting go of habits and how that can really help us with mindfulness. Then we'll be moving into a mindfulness-based practice, and at the end, I will say a loving kindness for prayer from my heart to yours. If this is something that interests you, that you think might benefit you in any way or someone else, then do share it with them. But if you're ready and you want to practice, stick around and let's begin. In the 8-week MBSR course, Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course, participants are invited to let go of a habit, however small. It could be, for example, waking up 5 minutes earlier in the morning to enjoy the feeling of the sheets on your skin, or when you're at your desk, taking a moment to look outside the window and notice what you see or what you hear. And these can really help us to bring mindfulness into our daily lives. Because mindfulness, in truth, doesn't have to be just meditation. It can be moments of beingness throughout our day where we're bringing our intentional awareness, where we're bringing our awareness intentionally to the present moment, noticing those kind of automatic ways of seeing things, such as, oh yeah, I've been here before, I know what it's like, and actually paying attention and seeing what we find in that moment. And as we practice doing that throughout our days, we find we become more and more familiar with this idea that each moment is new. And that can really help us to not only notice small pleasures and joyful moments, but it can also help us to see how temporary things are, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant. So for this week, I invite you to find a habit, however small, and perhaps let go of it and replace it with a new habit. If, for example, you're used to taking a certain route to work, seeing if you can change that route, even if just slightly, or perhaps seeing if you can notice things on your way to work. Look around and see things through that beginner's mind attitude that we cultivate in mindfulness, which is about bringing that sense of curiosity to our moment-to-moment experience. Or it could be this is something relatable for me. If you wear the same accessories, seeing if you can find new ones, or if you listen to the same music, seeing if you can find a new song or album or artist to listen to, and noticing curiously as best you can what that does for you. Wonderful. That said, let's ease ourselves actually into the practice. For the sake of the practice, I invite you to find a spot in your space where you've never practiced before. If you feel like it, And of course, remembering to take care of yourself every step of the way and doing what feels right for you in every moment. I will be staying here, ironically. And now seeing what you find from this space, this position you're in the room, seeing what you find here, noticing what that does for you if you are in a new spot. Seeing how your perspective of the room is different. Does it look bigger, smaller? Does it look like it has a different shape to what you imagined? And again, here my invitation is not to look for anything different, but just seeing if by doing things differently, if what that does for you and what you notice in that place. And it could be that you don't notice anything different, and that's okay too. And then noticing perhaps how your body feels in this space. You might feel a sense of ease or discomfort, or perhaps you feel more comfortable. And if you haven't found a position to be in for the practice, if you usually lie down, perhaps I invite you to sit up. And if you usually sit up, I invite you to consider lying down. Again, taking care of yourself and, remembering that you know your body best and what's best for you right now. If you do stay in the same position as usual, then that's completely fine as well. And seeing if we can bring that sense of beginner's mind to our usual position, seeing what's familiar with a new pair of eyes. And now beginning by noticing the sounds that are present here, if any. Any sounds from the road, from outside the room, any thudding or buzzing or zooming, any splashing. What are the sounds like? Are they consistent, familiar, unfamiliar? And seeing if you can approach sounds from a place of beginner's mind, as if you were listening for the very first time. And now, gently stirring your awareness to your inner landscape. And for this, you might imagine putting on a pair of new goggles on, and then turning your awareness inwardly, beginning from your mental landscape, your thoughts, and seeing what the road of your mind is like. Are there many thoughts? Perhaps there are few thoughts. Are there thoughts about what you did earlier today? What you'll be doing later on? Perhaps thoughts about planning or decision making, creative ideas, rehearsing, perhaps thoughts about the past or the future, worries, repetitive thoughts, and seeing if you can zoom into some of them, the ones you feel most comfortable with, and seeing what you find there. As John Kabat-Zinn once said, mindfulness is about seeing the chatter of the mind and then going beyond it and recognizing its patterns. And what patterns do you see here in your mental landscape, on the road of your mind? Do you recognize any of these thoughts? Perhaps you've had them before, or perhaps not. And seeing if you can see them with a sense of curiosity, knowing that all they are is just thoughts, passing through the landscape of your mind. And now moving your awareness to your body and seeing if you can take in your body in this position, your posture, the points of contact of your body with the ground below you, the surface holding you, seeing if you can feel the weight of your body as it's held by whatever's holding you, whether it's a chair or a sofa, a mat, a bed. And then moving your awareness gently to your feet, beginning by feeling the feet, what's here in the feet, what sensations are present. Perhaps a sense of coolness, warmth. Perhaps you might sense the fabric of your socks around your feet, or the tightness or looseness of your shoes around the feet. Whatever the case may be, seeing if you can meet the feet as they are now. In mindfulness, we're not seeing things through the lens or filter of an idea or an experience of the past, but we're seeing things as they are now. We pay close attention so that we may become aware of what's here now. And then moving your awareness up to your belly, seeing if you can notice its rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. And if you can't feel it, that's okay too. Perhaps you might place a hand on your belly, or two hands, your two hands, and seeing if you can tap into its rhythm and pace. And then bringing your awareness to your chest, noticing perhaps if you can feel your breath here, any tightness or a sense of openness or softness or ease, or perhaps discomfort and tension. Seeing if you can tap into this part of the body with new eyes as best you can. And whenever you notice yourself getting caught up in thoughts about how your body should or shouldn't be right now, seeing if you can see these thoughts for what they are, expectations, and then gently returning your awareness to now the shoulders and neck and jaw, seeing what's here, any tension or accumulated stress. Are you hunching your back forward? And what does your jaw feel like? And seeing if you can breathe into these parts of the body on the inhale, and as you exhale, seeing if they are ready to soften, seeing if the tension is ready to dissolve. And whenever you find yourself seeing the shoulders based on your idea of the shoulders or your experience of the shoulders in the past, seeing if you can meet them as they are now, not as they were yesterday, a week ago, last year, but as they are now. What do they feel like? What's here? And then seeing if you can bring your awareness to your forehead, noticing whether you're holding a frown perhaps, or maybe not. Again, breathing into this part of the body, imagining moving your breath up to your forehead, and seeing if on the exhale the frown will dissolve. And if it's not ready to dissolve, seeing if you can allow it to be as it is now. Mindfulness isn't about fixing or improving anything, but it's about meeting yourself, your experience of your thoughts, your body, your emotions as they are in each and every moment, and seeing with as much curiosity as you can muster what's there. And whenever your mind gets caught up in thoughts, as it will naturally, seeing if you can return it gently but firmly back to your body, your breath. And now allowing yourself to be here in this moment, breathing, allowing yourself to be as you are. Allowing any sensations to be here. And perhaps becoming aware of any habitual ways of seeing your body and mind. Perhaps letting them go for now and seeing if you can meet yourself in this moment as you are. And now, as we come to the end of this practice, perhaps twiddling your toes or stretching or yawning or doing whatever you need to do, opening your eyes to return to the space. Taking a deep breath in through the nose or mouth and out through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. And now from my heart to yours, may you be happy. May you be well. May you come to love and accept all that you are, even your mistakes. May you practice seeing things from new eyes, meeting yourself and another as you are and as they are right now. May you live with ease and may you know joy. If you'd like to share your experience of the practice, please do so in the comments and I'll be happy to read and reply. And if you prefer to journal about your experience, perhaps consider doing that. Until next time.